Hi, how you doing? Simon here. Today what I would like to do is to do a video of explaining the kit that I'm going to take on the West Highland Way. Here's the bag with everything in it, food and water and shelter, and the total weight of the bag is 50 pounds. Now that is a lot of weight to carry, and I can't think of any other way to lighten the load as to what I'm comfortable with. So I've got in here luxuries as well that are going to make my time outside a bit more bearable and enjoyable. But the £50 isn't going to be the total weight over the distance of the 96 mile, because obviously I'll be eating into my food and the food bag will be getting lighter and lighter, so that's mentally gonna help me to push me through. And also I'm doing the walk 12 miles a day, so I'm quite comfortable and I know in my mind what 12 miles is in the respect of stamina and so forth. So I can take my time, I can put my pack down, I can shake my feet off, I can take my boots off. I'm quite free in that respect of time. I just don't want to push myself too hard and get an injury and end up binning it and getting the train back halfway, cut way through. I'll be gutted, because mentally I can do it. Mentally I'm there. Physically it's a different matter. So what I'll do now is, this is the pack, is I'll back the camera off a bit and I'll lay all the kit on the floor as it comes out of the pack. You have to bear with my dogs, as I've got my 2 pugs about, so they're going to be famous. Anyway, see you in a bit. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry about the camera angle, but I'm trying to fit it all in so you can see everything. So I'll say this is the Osprey Zenith 88 pack, packed, ready to go for the West Highland Way. So first off, on the back of the bag is a H2O pocket, and what goes in there is my water bladder. Now you'll notice that it's empty because the pack is quite heavy without 3 litres of water. I'm not going to fill this up to 3 litres to its full capacity or at all until towards the middle or the end of the walk, because what I've got is a 1 litre Nalgene bottle, and I'll just use that to keep the weight down until I've lost blooper. So until I've lost enough weight out the bag for me to carry some water. So that's in its own little pouch out of the pack. That's the back. On the sides, that's my Nalgene bottle, and that's actually got 1 litre in it. Also in the side pocket is an empty plastic bottle. Now what I use this for, or what I will use it for, is collecting river water, stream water, if I've got no access to potable water. Potable water is drinking water. And what I'll do is fill this up, so I'm not going to contaminate my water filter, and then I can screw my filter on, and out comes the clean water into my Nalgene or into my water bladder. And that's just a cheap plastic bottle, compresses down and weighs nothing. That's it for that side. This side is a smaller bottle but with a wider neck. Don't really want to describe what this is for. Imagine, if you will, it's -4 outside, you're nice and warm in your sleeping bag, in your hammock on top of your mat, and the last thing you want to do is get out, put an extra layer of clothing on to go and do your ablutions. So pee into that. You don't have to get out of bed, well, totally. It's just easy, and I've found this way it works for me. So that's what that's for. Obviously I don't use it twice, it's used once and get back and throw it away and just buy another empty bottle. That's that. Then on this elasticated pouch on the front, I've got my pack cover. I think this is a 100 litre pack cover. It's a, I can't remember what make it is, but anyway, that's the pack cover, and that weighs next to nothing. Also in here is my Toiletries map case. In here you'll see I've got my train ticket ready, I've got my booking information for my travel from Birmingham to Glasgow, I've got notepad and pen, I've got the actual West Highland Way guide, so I'm quite interested to follow that. That's the West Highland Way, and it's all broken down into sections or days, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to ignore these. I'm going to be getting at my own pace, 12 miles a day. So, but it'd be good to, and also there's little bits of useful information along the way. I've got my West Highland Way passport. Hopefully I'll remember to get it stamped along the way. So that'd be a nice little memory afterwards to say that I've been there and done that. I believe that part of the way after the 1st of April, part of the Loch Lomond is shut for wild camping, but because I'm going in March, I can wild camp along the stretch of the way, so you know, that's not a problem, but something to bear in mind if you're planning on doing this yourself. So that's all totally waterproof in there, but also to go in there are my return documents, so the train tickets and the bookings for the coach on the way home. And that just velcros up. Totally waterproof. I've got my peak cap if the sun decides to come out, just to keep the sun off my head because I've got quite short hair, and the last thing I want is to get sunstroke. So that's my head protection. That's it for that pocket. The side pockets, I don't know if you can see, are zip pockets, and this material isn't that waterproof, so what I've got is caramel dry bags. What have I got in here? So in there I've just got a small Victorinox knife. And on the other side, is another caramel dry bag. And in there is camera. If my GoPro battery dies on me or my memory card's full, I've got a backup camera. It is extra weight. Got batteries in there. I've also got spare batteries in here, so there's enough battery power to keep me going. The memory card will have enough space on it. Spare mobile phone and spare battery. I'll make sure both of these are charged up fully before I leave for the West Highland Way. Last thing I want to be caught short with no phone. Vaseline for my lips, I get quite dry lips, and a lighter. So that's that side pouch. Coming to the bottom of the bag, not doing this very well, am I? Struggling through. Bottom of the bag is a sleeping bag, and as you'll see, it's in a dry bag. The last thing I want is my sleeping bag to get wet. And also it can be used for emergencies because it's quite a bright colour. I could be seen and picked up if need be. In here I've got the Ascent 900 sleeping bag, down sleeping bag, and I've also got a cotton liner that goes inside. But I'm not sure what the temperature is going to be in March in Scotland, but we're talking about the UK weather, so it could be absolutely anything. But near the time, I'll probably ditch the cotton liner. It's just extra weight that I don't need because it's in there for warmth at the minute, and I've been out lately and it's been -4, and the liners work great for me. So that's the sleeping bag. Struggling. Right, top pocket, my GPS. On here is the route for the West Highland Way. Also I've got the thermometer, and I'd like to record the track over the distance of the walk, just for my own personal reference, you know. As a keepsake or as a memory. So again, that's got 2 AA batteries in there. Got plenty of batteries. In here is another waterproof bag. And first aid kit. Personalised. I bought this off the internet, but I've personalised it to what I want and what I need in here. I might do a separate video because this is going to be quite long as it is, so I might do a separate video for my first aid kit. I have batteries. So I've got 8 lithium AA batteries. And I've got 8 AAA lithium batteries. The AAAs are for my head torch and for my small camera. Part of my first aid kit is some extra medication. Again, I'll go through that separately. My head torch. Blister protection. Part of the first aid kit. So what's that? That's moleskin. Water purification tablets in case my water filter breaks or for whatever reason I can still sterilise. There's 50 tablets in here, and 1 tablet sterilises 1 litre of water. So that's 50 litres of water worth of tablets in there. And last but not least, a compass. Yes, I can use it. I do know how to use it. Also in here is a bit of spare cordage. Also on the side of the pack I've got a paracord lanyard type sketch. So I've got plenty of cordage if needed. So that's the top pocket. Next pocket down. We're starting back into the food again. So that's my coffees, sticky bars, a space blanket, part of my first aid kit, my plastic spoon for eating, my Mora knife, quite sharp. And on there is a flint as well. I don't know if I'll take this, to be honest. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Some cotton balls soaked in Vaseline for starting open fires. I'd like to, you know, have a few fires a couple of nights just as a morale booster. I don't want to be stuck in my hammock all night, so I might light a couple of fires just to boost a bit of morale. But also, talking about morale, this is a luxury item. What it is another waterproof bag, and inside the waterproof bag is a World Service radio. So I've got a bit of morale there, AA batteries, yeah, radio. It is what it is. That's it for that pocket, and then we start to delve into the main compartment of the bag. So on the top, this is probably out of shot for you, so I do apologise. Okay, here's my woolly hat and gloves. Again, depending on the temperature, depends on whether these there or not, or if I pack them in my dry clothes bag. But they're on top, accessible if I need them. This is my food bag. My food bag weighs just over £11. As you can see, it's quite heavy, it's quite bulky. This is 3 meals a day plus snacks for 7 to 8 days. It is what it is, just got to carry it. Next is fuel from a jet boil. I will get another canister, the actual jet power or jet boil fuel that will fit inside there. So I might take, can hear my dog growling. Sadie, shush, be good girl. So I'm going to have 2 of these 250 canisters plus a 100 canister. That should be more than enough for brews, making my dinners, etc, etc. Then we have my dry clothes, clean clothes bag. Again, it's in a dry bag. What have we got in here? So I've got my balaclava. Probably won't take that, but it doesn't weigh anything, next to nothing. My heat holder socks, quite thick socks, and these are my bed socks. So at the end of the day, I'll take my walking socks off, give my feet a wash, slip them into these, and they're going to be toasty, and morale's going to be good. Pair of gloves, they're probably not going to be in there. A windshield top. This is an excellent bit of kit. The first day I wore it, I snagged it on a bush and got a small rip in it. I was gutted, but it still works. It keeps the wind off me, and it's an extra layer of protection, of warmth that might well be needed. The schmag. This has been everywhere with me. Well used, bit bulky, but a firm favourite. My bed clothes. So again, once I've finished walking for the day, give myself a quick body wash and then put on clean clothes. So this is a thermal top and thermal bottoms, and again, morale, big morale boost. That's that. Dry, clean clothes. And then the next day, take these off, back into my walking clothes, and away we go. Now we're looking at my sleeping system. This is my hammock. It's not what the DD hammock comes in, but I've just put it into a dry sack because the other bag's about that big. I haven't got any poles with it. The poles for the DD hammock are to hold the mozzie net off the hammock, but I don't think there's going to be any mozzies around in March. On the top of the bag, I've got my tree huggers and my marlin spikes. I have been told by DD that they don't recommend using the marlin spike with their tree huggers because they've had reports of it melting through the straps. Now I've not had a problem with that, but I haven't been out hammocking much in the summer, so I wouldn't know what the heat generated by that is. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes in the summer. Then here is my hammock. It's got the whoopee slings attached. That's my hammock. Also in the bottom I've got the DD crabs. I just leave them in there. Useful bit of kit. They are weight rated, so I can hang off them and so forth. What they're rated at? Rated at something, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So they're in there. That's my bed. My trusty X-Bed Simmat 7, long and wide. It is bulky. It is a luxury item, I feel, for me, and I've used it non-stop and it's fantastic. I'll swear by it. I don't use any other underquilts, I don't use any other closed cell foam mats. I just use this. So that is these knees. My DD XL tarp. Again, it is the XL tarp. DD do a normal and a small and a lightweight, but I'm using the XL because I like the sides to go down to you know, put up my ridge line, throw the tarp over the ridge line, peg down either sides, and the sides will pretty much touch the floor. Now, I like that because I'm going to need my privacy, obviously for washing. People don't want to see my bare ass when I'm getting into my bed clothes, you know. It's just a layer of privacy, if you like, and that's why I've got that. And I think I've done a video of all the what's in here, the tie outs and the pegs. So look through my playlist and you'll find that there. Oh, ignore that. That was my food bag for overnighters, or 1 or 2 days. But I won't be taking that. This is clean, dry clothes, one set of. Bearing in mind, once I've walked 7 to 8 days, 96 mile, in 1 pair of trousers, 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of unders, I'm going to be stinking, even though I'll be washing and keeping on top of you know, cleanliness. My clothes are still going to be stinking. The last thing I want is to be travelling home and there's me sat in the middle of the bus kicking up a stench. So what I've got in here is a complete whole new set of clothes. So there's a thin top, a pair of boxer shorts, some clean socks and some clean trousers. So what I'll do is give myself a good scrub down on the last day, change into my clean clothes, and then that should be, you know, clean enough to get back on the bus. I don't want nobody moaning at me that I stink. What else is in here? I've got a closed cell foam mat folded in half and Harry blacked together, and what I use that for is a seat pad. So sit on that, brew up, have my dinner, put it back in my pack. It weighs nothing. It takes up what, half an inch of room in my pack. Again, comfort thing. What's in here? This is my poo bag. Probably not the best way to describe it, but that's what it is. Toiletries bag. So in here I've got toilet roll with the insert taken out in a waterproof bag. So the waterproof bag is inside a waterproof bag. So when I come to do my ablutions, I've got dry paper. I've got some hand sanitizer to clean my hands with after, because the last thing I want is a stomach bug halfway through the walk and end up with diarrhea and end up losing fluids quicker than I can take them on board. So again, disinfect my hands after going to the toilet. The normal sketch for get the toilet is to dig a hole, probably about that deep. Okay, fill it. Once you've finished, fill back in, and then you're done. I don't, you know, I could do without the shovel, but I want to be scraping the ground with a stick. You know, the stick could break, or can I find a stick? This shovel is, you know, solid. It's going to cut into the ground and allow me to make a scrape to go to the toilet and to cover it back up after. I'm hoping I can use the bed and breakfast along the way, but that's that. This is my wash kit. In my wash kit, I'm taking soap, and I'll get back to you on that, what this is. This is 100% organic, biodegradable. I can use it for washing my hair, washing my face, washing my clothes, washing my pots. It's universal, and it doesn't weigh that much. No, it's not leaking. Is it Dr. Bronner's? Something like that. I've got the bottle upstairs. But yeah. So if there is a shower along the way, I can take this into the shower and give myself a good scrub, and I know I'm going to be clean. Because the other option that I'm using is baby wipes. Now these are not fantastic, they're not great, but they're going to do the job. Yeah, baby wipes is baby wipes. Toothbrush, toothpaste, I've just cut the toothbrush in half. Enough toothpaste there, probably too much, but there we go. Some roll-on deodorant. Sure. Lovely. That's the wash kit. I think this is last but not least. This is my water filter. So it's the Sawyer water filter. I can fill that bag up, screw the filter onto the end, and out comes the other end, clean, potable water. Again, potable is drinkable. The reason I've got this plastic cup is trying to fill, let me get it out and show you. Trying to fill that bag in running water is a bit of a nightmare. So what I do is, or what I have done, scoop up the water with this into there. Just makes life a little bit easier. There's a drinking straw there, so I can drink straight out of a water source. That's the plunger to back flush the filter through to keep it clog free and to keep it clean. That's the water filter, and that's that for the main compartment. There are two more pockets. On the pockets I have got my Burgos Packlight waterproof jacket, nice and light, and my Burgos Packlight waterproof pants, Gore-Tex. They got zippers up quite high up, so I can just put them straight on over my boots. That's that pocket. On the other pocket is a waterproof sheet, so when I'm set up in my hammock, I can put my lay my kit down on the waterproof sheet. and it's not going to get wet. And also when I get my feet out of my bed, put them on here, I'm not going to get wet feet, wet socks. And what this is out of is a shelter kit. When I was in the army, we had shelters, and this is part of that kit. I think they're called kip shelters. I could be wrong, but yeah. Anyway, it's just stayed with me for years and years because it's so good. Do I take my BK7? It's a beast. It's heavy. It's very sharp. I don't know. I don't know whether I should take this. The only thing it's going to be useful for is preparing wood for the fire. I might leave this at home as well, because obviously I don't want to be flashing this about in the field. But it is very sharp, and the amount of times I've cut myself on this, it's unreal. What's in there? Alright, and in here is just like a little compass, button compass, with a thermometer with a magnifying glass. That just slides in there. That's my kit for the West Highland Way. It is a lot of weight, 50 pounds, but the weight is not going to be consistent over the 7 to 8 days. It is going to get lighter, and that's going to help me mentally to push on through early on in the days. If you've got any suggestions or comments, please leave them at the bottom. I hope you enjoyed today. Thank you.